Hello, and thank you for joining me. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Johnny Sanders. I'm a licensed professional counselor in Oklahoma, Texas, and Florida. I have my own private practice called Truth and Grace Counseling in Duncan, Oklahoma. In the spirit of full disclosure, I personally am a Christian and operate my private practice as a Christian counselor. Now, I'm extremely upfront about this fact with the clients I work with because informed consent is really important, as I'm sure you would all agree. That being said, I've attempted to make this course as upfront and objective as possible. I do my best to not say what is right or wrong about any of these beliefs, and I've also done my best to include as many first-hand resources available for you so you can make your own conclusions instead of just saying my own opinion. So these are included throughout the program, and you will have links to these throughout all of the modules that we have created here. Now, I'm making this course for a couple of practical reasons. One, the state of Texas is now requiring licensed professional counselors to have at least 3 hours of continuing education on, quote, cultural diversity or competence. This course is made to help fulfill this requirement for those in the state of Texas. Second, this course aims to help you serve your evangelical clients well. Now, it's difficult to get an accurate number on how many evangelicals are in the United States. This is in part due to it being hard to really get an agreed upon definition of what evangelical even means. I've included a few links in the resources from a Gallup poll and a Pew Research article, and this gives us a good estimate of roughly 25% or so of those in the United States that identify as evangelical. This is going to vary depending on your client's age or their location, but odds are you probably have some clients that are evangelical. I believe it's important to have context into what evangelical means and what it means for your client. This course will go into further detail over the differences and different branches of Christianity over the different denominations. So there'll be several times that I will try to categorize different parts and denominations of Christianity. The first categorizations will be into three main blocks. These are Catholics, Orthodox, and Protestant. This course is not going to focus on Orthodox or Catholic faith, but I will give a brief history of the Reformation, which led into Protestant denominations. I'm also going to discuss the differences between Reformed, also known as Calvinist beliefs, and Armenian beliefs. While there are differences in some denominations with these beliefs, this is not a cut and dry section. There's bleed over into different denominations, individual churches, and individual church members on this argument. It's a very key theological argument. We will spend some time looking at the difference between mainline and evangelical Protestants. As with Catholic and Orthodox churches, this course will not spend as much time on mainline Protestant churches, but we will discuss some of the differences between evangelical and mainline churches. From there, we will get more specific into some of the evangelical denominations. By no means is this going to be an exhaustive list of all the denominations, but it's going to cover some of the major denominations you are more likely to see. These denominations we will cover will include Baptist, Christian, Lutheran, non-denominational, Presbyterian, and Pentecostal. Next, we will cover some evangelical terminology that you may see from your clientele, and we'll try to give some definition to these terms. Lastly, we will finish with very practical ways you can address faith in your evangelical clients. We will look at ways you can assess what type of faith that these clients they have. We'll cover some techniques, some specific examples of techniques and coping skills that you can suggest to your clients who see their evangelical faith as important to them. I'm going to leave this introduction with a few warnings for you. Again, in no way is this list going to be exhaustive. It's impossible for me to cover every single topic in this. So I am going to do my best to cover some very broad meanings of terminology and denominations, but I cannot cover thousands of years of Christianity in a 3-hour CEU course. This also is not a training to show you which is the right denomination or belief. This is educational in nature. Again, I'm not all knowing about any of these topics, neither are you. So I encourage you to do your own research, and I'll include those links. And you absolutely do not have to share a Christian faith to benefit from this training. I wish this to be educational and leave you with some practical ways to engage the faith of your clients in session. So this course is going to be broken down into multiple sections. Feel free to take your time and cover each section at your own pace. Each section will have a very short quiz at the end. As mentioned before you purchase this course, if you're looking for CEU credit, please check with your state board. I'm an approved provider for CEUs in Oklahoma. The other state I'm licensed in, Texas, does not require approval, and check with other states to see what your requirements are. You really need to check on that because I can't check every single 50 states of what their requirements are. So for more information, again, I will include links throughout each of these modules. I very much encourage you to check these out because there's some really good information in there. All right. Well, I'm excited to get started with you, and we'll get started on this first module.